It's still Pride Month, so I'd like to recognize some of the people in the LGBTQAI, whatever the hell the letters are, to give them a shout-out for all that they've done for the community. First, I want to shout out Michael Knappen, the chair of the Maryland Democratic Party LGBTQ plus Diversity Leader Council. Last week, he was caught romantically pursuing someone he believed was a 14-year-old boy in a sting operation, all right? So Alex Rosen, his ex-handle is I Fight for Kids. I freaking love this guy. He's a freaking vigilante. He's confronted him outside a bar. He reads him text messages and exchanges that were so disgusting, guys. I can't show them on the podcast. That's how bad this dude was talking to a 14-year-old kid. And Kelly's going to play this video. Even Ed Krasenstein, who we love at Valuetainment, reported, he commented and he said, why isn't the media talking about this? Am I missing something? Yeah, can we show this, Kel?
Anyway, you're the head of the LGBTQ Dems in Maryland. Okay. How long have you been in that position for? Since fall. Okay. Is that like a paid position? Okay. Just more of a volunteer type thing? Is it like a super PAC or something, or is it just okay? This stuff said here, like, you know, I want to you, I want to see how much of a you are. What was kind of said about that?
Well, he's saying this to a 14-year-old.
Yeah.
I like the fantasy, and he seemed to enjoy it. And I didn't know this person, and I never intended to meet him. No, of course. No, of course.
I mean, here we said it's okay if you want to jerk off looking at it, talking about your dick. And you said, stop by this morning so I can stretch your hole.
Jeez.
Can't wait to make you my little... And this was later 4 days later with no response. Can't wait to make you my little baby boy. Okay.
Okay.
Right.
I didn't know it was going to be that bad. But that's what he's reading them. I didn't even think he was going to read them to him. But you're talking who somebody that you believe is a 14-year-old boy. And by the way, I don't think this guy's been arrested. I think he's still around. He's still walking the streets. And in regard, in an X post, the guy, Alex, said, in regard to the lack of police involvement in this, please note, we tried to turn this back in November, and they didn't want anything to do with it. Though he admitted to sending crotch pics. In Maryland, the law states you have to be a cop or a real kid for it to be a charge. Think about that. He was actually trying. They're fishing, and they're trying to make him do that. That's who he is as a human being. Right? But Maryland law says, no, it has to be a cop or an actual child. Go figure that. And he admitted to previously possessing child porn, but did not have any in his possession currently. We are still going to turn over to the cops, but calling them to the scene would have done nothing. And then on Reddit, Alex is the guy that put this out there is getting accused of the video being a deep fake. And the Maryland Reddit moderator, Tyler Waldman, has the story censored on Reddit and has Alex blocked on Twitter. Bro, kind of weird. Guy's not arrested. I don't understand Maryland law. I think it's ridiculous. The next person I want to recognize is Tyler Cherry. He's the newly appointed White House Associate Communications Director. He recently deleted almost 2,500 social media posts in response to all the flack about his extensive far-left online activism. He identifies as non-binary. He's anti-Israel, anti-police, anti-capitalism, pro-BLM, wants to abolish the police. Steve, you probably love that one. And if I'm going to be completely honest, horrible fashion sense. Kelly, can you zoom into that? Look at his Steve, talk to me. Look, go left. Go left. What the fuck is he wearing?
What is that?
Like, it's not good.
Is it a twink?
I don't know. You're not even matching, bro. Yeah. What are the tweets, Cal? Oh,
police equals slave patrols.
Yeah.
KKK, okay. Neither slavery nor Jim Crow were at long ago. We were just involved. App time to recall the modern-day police system is a direct evolution of slave patrols and lynch mobs. Oh, great. I'm happy they hired him. As well, for a queer people of color, they are intersectionally role that race and sexuality play police brutality.
This is what I'm saying, though. These are the people in the Biden White House.
They are.
They don't want to have a real boss.
Exactly.
I think so.
No, he might be.
No, he's non-binary.
Yeah, no, he's non-binary. No, there's a difference. He's non-binary.
Yes.
And then lastly, I want to play a video. It's a young child walking with a naked male drag queen at a drag show in Miami, Florida. Okay. Tell me how this is okay. Go ahead, Kelly. How old is this kid? You guys think? 3?
4.
3. Look. Yeah. Dude.
No.
Yeah. And look, children belong at drag shows. Children deserve to see fun and expression and freedom. Okay, so people who bring children, okay, and I'm for, but listen, if you want to parade, and that's fine, but people who bring children to gay pride parades and drag shows are engaging in a public display of extreme child sex abuse. Okay, they're exposing these children to live pornography. Bro, did you see that kid? That kid's never gonna forget that moment. You know that, right? I remember shit when I was 3 and 4.
I'm traumatized.
Vividly, yeah, and you're freaking in your 30. And I'm telling you right now, there are likely gonna be consequences to that child seeing and being exposed to that. I think every adult in that video that's there and cheering and watching needs to be arrested, or at least the FBI has to put them on a list. Could you imagine? Okay, imagine the men are not like LGBTQ taking kids to a strip club. What if that was, ready for this, regular strip club, and you brought a child to a regular strip club? What happens?
Why the fuck are you doing that?
No,
like,
but
what is the need for that?
Why?
Why?
Explain to me why, and
Yeah.
why it'd be dude. What would you get arrested for? I'm asking. Oh, you're a cop. If I brought a child to a strip club at night, what would I get charged with if I walked in with them?
Well, I mean, there's a bunch of things, but like, so first of all, I want to go to the parents, but that's my first thing.
Yeah.
But then you could look at this and you could say, in Denver, they called it something's wrongs to minors was the city charge.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a state charge. They all have different titles. Every state's going to title it differently. But basically, you're putting kids in an indecent situation.
Yeah.
And I don't know why that's any different than having a kid in a strip joint. That shouldn't be
Yeah.
allowed. And first of all, aren't most of these drag shows in bars? There should be an age
Thank
requirement
you.
to get in.
Get in the bar.
So it is. I mean, I think even it doesn't matter if you're gay or straight. I think we could agree that why are kids involved in this?
Thank
and
you.
especially my first thoughts, who are the parents? Like,
Where the fuck?
I don't understand why that.
Yeah.
Why that's
you
okay.
and me both.
Caption: the parent was proud.
Oh yeah, no, I saw. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I don't know about jailing everybody in the bar, but I definitely well, somebody should come over and say you need to take the kid out of here. Really?
Yeah,
I mean, this
but
isn't appropriate.
here's my thing, Steve. If you're in there and you're seeing a kid, bro, if I was at a bar and I was a gay guy and I saw a kid walking and there's a naked guy holding it, I'm leaving. I don't want to be even present in that moment. Get the hell out because you're guilty by association.
Yeah, I mean,
because you're staying there and you're clapping.
Like, would you stay in a straight strip club if some guy brought his daughter in there? Or
Guess what I'm
something?
doing?
Like,
I'm fighting that guy. I punch him in the
it's like,
face.
fucking hell,
I'm
would
going
you
to
just
jail.
Keep
What are
hanging
you
out
doing?
and
Yeah, and
drinking?
I guess just
What are you doing?
Gets me so mad. But then, have you guys noticed a trend? All Democrats. Isn't that weird?
I was just at a live music bar, like it was probably midnight or 1 a.m., and they've got their infant
In the
stroller.
bar?
Yeah, and they're dancing on the dance floor, the mom and dad, with the infant
Why?
sound asleep in their
What are
arms
you
with this loud
doing?
music, and I just thought, we've got to go back to like
Babysitters. We
Yeah.
need to go back to
Babysitters
Vinny,
or decent parents.
I'm gonna share something super personal here.
Okay.
My uncle was he was gay in the 50s, 1950s. Okay, he was so ashamed personally that he decided to take a boat from Chile to Germany and do his own life there, so he wasn't a burden on the family. Then he came to the United States. He went to San Francisco. He was actually like doing the riot times and everything. He was the most decent human being. Like since '96, I used to go there every summer to San Francisco. They had the most beautiful house in Pleasant Hill. Like I will stay with them, for a month of the year. They will take me to have Chinese food in Chinatown. We'll go for walks. We'll do like all age appropriate kid things. And him and his husband, his partner, they were together for 30 years. Like it was having two old aunties.
Yeah.
And I have the best memories. He died and he left me gifts post-mortem for 3 years.
Holy shit.
So I don't know. I'm not part of the community, but they're pushing things backwards.
I agree.
I am. I'm part of the community.
Yeah.
You guys know
Steve,
that.
yeah. Hey, Steve, what if we're like, Steve, you're gay?
Yeah, Steve sat on one before, right? Yeah.
But I don't know. Like I have the best memories of them.
Yeah.
The
Look,
most decent human
And by the
beings.
way, and Steve is a very close friend.
Jesus
I
Christ.
met Steve through Kelly. I freaking love him like a brother. I know Mike. I go to his house. We hang out. There's a difference between being, and you're right. And Steve, I want to ask your opinion firsthand. What gay people have had to do all those years from the 40s, 30s, like the struggle, the fight to be accepted in society as normal. Now you nailed it. I think, my opinion, I want to know yours. Is the regular gay community getting pissed off with all these letters? Because now it's like the LGBT, every day is another letter, Steve. Now, and then when I see the kid shit, it's not straight people doing that. It's the T's and the whatever. What's your take on that?
I mean, I think you have a little bit of everything in this community, but the problem is most of the LGBT
Whatever
community
letters.
is in the left,
Yes.
right? And God forbid that you stand against anything.
Yes.
If you stand up and even disagree with a portion of it, it's like you're cast aside, you're ostracized type of thing. But I don't understand why, it's a weird thing about being gay, right? Because it's a thing you don't talk about that with other people, like their sexual. Like here's Steve, he's gay. We don't do that.
Yeah.
This is Nick. He likes thumbs in the ass and big tits. You know,
Yeah.
we don't like disclose people's sexual preferences unless you're gay.
Leave Rob's fantasies out of this. Please.
And don't knock it till
But
you
I'm
cry.
saying, like, what?
There you go.
It's just a matter of like two consenting adults. But that doesn't mean that the gay community says, well, you should be able to bring your kids
Yeah.
around naked
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
That trying to sex with a 14-year-old is okay. I mean, it doesn't translate that just because you're gay, you get to go into these far extremes and that's okay. And God forbid we'd be able to criticize anybody that's doing that because, well, then that sets back the whole movement. It doesn't really. I mean, I think we can agree as a society you shouldn't be sexting a 14-year-old. It doesn't matter who the fuck you're sleeping with behind closed doors.
Yeah.
It's not okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. So don't tie it into any group, the behavior in and of itself. But when you start to attack people that are part of these privileged and protected groups, you automatically, there's,
Yeah,
here we
don't
go,
say
here
that.
we go.
Yeah.
But it's okay to say that we don't think that's, we need to be able to have these discussions,
I
right?
think so.
It's not right.
I agree.
But Steve, do you understand what being a gay man in the 60s was? Like he literally
no, it's
left,
awful.
left a wealthy family, very wealthy. My family was very
got
wealthy.
on a boat and said, "Fuck
got
it."
on a German cargo ship and left to Germany. Had to learn German in the ship
That's
there.
crazy.
To move to San Francisco during the 70s and fought real hard to have a normal life, and then you get this stuff.
Yeah.
Like, how is it fair?
Well,
not fair.
it's a pendulum, right? So I do think that their awareness is part of this, so that people don't have to live in shame and secret their whole lives, and they can just be happy with somebody. So there's a pendulum effect, and we're seeing that, right? It's starting to come back.
I hope. I do agree though, because Umberto, I'm seeing less stuff like that, but it's still out there. But people are getting pissed off from every walk of life and every race.